Hi everybody, welcome. We're playing Vampire. Vampire Masquerade. Legacies of Caine, that's the adventure. It's been a burning tire fire of technical issues repeatedly one after another, and I'm just tired of it. So that's why we're just going live. And if something burns down while I'm here, I'm going to sip my tea and enjoy the fire.
Whereas we will all make rot Shrek rolls, I believe.
Indeed. Obviously, fear the fire. The deadly fire engulfs you.
Well,
So,
we're returning to the desert, right?
you're heading back to the desert. It's back to Egypt. In the last episode, you managed to contact the person you were looking for in Mexico. Hurrah! And now you're heading back to Egypt. Yeah, where you have to find the descendants of the Lamia, the Lilin. And you also have to find, God, what the hell is
Unre. Unre in Golgotha. I think.
Unre. Yep.
Wait, we still have more people to find here? I thought...
Two more. These are the last two. And they are in Egypt.
They're the last two. We saved them for last because then we knew we'd have everybody else, or else we would be done with the mission because they said to get all of them.
Yeah. These are the last two. They are in Egypt, and you have to report back to Lazarus in Egypt once you found everybody. So right now you have Unre, who's in Golgotha, and the Lamia, who are, or the Lilin, who are functionally out of Cairo. So they're somewhere around Cairo when you arrive. Of course, arriving back in Cairo, you will probably be greeted by Ryan, who's been hanging out with your, oh, my name is escaping me,
Raita.
Raita, thank you. Who's been hanging out with Raita.
Nagaraja.
He'll probably greet you at the airport, like, just to be like, give you a form. Oh, hi, everybody. I wanted to come pick you up and all, since I got the rental car for, quite a while here.
Excellent.
It's been an interesting few weeks. Please don't leave me alone again with that person.
We greatly appreciate your service, Ryan.
Oh, I know.
Incredibly helpful. I will endeavor to send you on a vacation with your girlfriend back home sometime soon.
I mean, isn't there, like, problems going on or something that they're talking about shutting things down with some kind of plague or something?
Yes. By vacation, I mean you can order whatever takeout you'd like.
Well, that'll probably be nice. Takeout.
Or delivery.
As long as it's not, what? Oh, God, I was gonna make that joke, but, I'm not good at it. You know that one pizza? The one that, they say it's not, if it's not delivery, it's not, yeah,
Little
whatever.
Caesars, I believe. Yes.
Oh, yeah, probably right.
Although I don't think they deliver. Anyway. So, I suppose we should, let Mukhtar Bey and Nasty Beef know that we're back.
Well, I'll let you do that.
Yep.
What?
Mukhtar Bey, the ostensible prince of Cairo, and Nasty Beef, the Ventru, that is allowing us to stay in his land, in his territory.
Right. Right, yeah, sure.
This is one of the things that I'm very good at, is making sure that we don't get kicked out of places for being rude.
Alright, then you can send your, we'll just say that you can get in contact, since you've already been in contact with them previously. It doesn't take a lot to, let them know. You're back in town, you're back in your area, you're theoretically, just doing what you normally do again.
Mhm.
What is your plan now? You're back in Cairo. You've gotten back in contact with the two groups that the prince and the effective prince of the city and the person in charge of the region you're staying in.
Mhm.
I have no idea. I legitimately have no idea what the hell we're doing here, so this is on you, Carver.
Well,
It's a few weeks
we
off. We've
find
brain farted a little bit.
yes, we need to find Golgotha so that we can talk to Unre. Apparently, the area will be known by the bones. So I suppose it's just a matter of searching all over one of those 3 regions of desert to find that location. And I believe sending Dawn out to go drinking is perhaps one of the better ways to find the Lamia. Lilith, rather.
Enough.
Very well.
I mean, I was looking into some of the things for you. You know, you did mention that there were stuff, and I had some time on my hands.
Oh, what did you find out, Ryan?
Well, the entire thing about, like, the bones in the desert, that's not something that's, there's a couple of, like, old, fossil beds and graveyards that one of them might be what you're looking for. They're sort of in the middle of the desert, so, I mean, I don't know what would be best to do, to, like, fly over it and maybe, like, try to parachute in, take a helicopter, take a jeep through the desert. That's up to you what you think is best on that one. As for
keep yourself there for the least amount of time.
well, that I don't know. What would be the least amount of time on that one? The other thing is, for sending Dawn to the right place, I did hear about a bar that's supposed to have some unusual women folk of the vampire variety in it. Might be what you're looking for. On the
All
north
right.
side of town.
Oh, fantastic. Well, given Emil and Samuel, perhaps given your expertise in Mexico, you could investigate the desert for us. Meanwhile, Leslie and I could escort Dawn to this bar.
Sound like a plan?
Don't see that.
I thought you were talking to Emil. Yeah, yeah.
I was talking to all of you.
Yeah, no, I was listening. I didn't know I was the one that had to give the
What?
agreement.
We're all so very. weird
No, I
together.
mean, I'm here. It's just,
I'm like half.
I was staring at Emil, looking and waiting for a response from Emil.
I was suggesting that your natural abilities in...
Yeah, we could ground surf.
Yes, exactly.
What?
I don't know.
Given that time could be an issue, if they go searching and are caught...
Oh no, I now have an image of them on fucking surfboards just somehow propelling themselves across the desert. And I kind of love it.
If either of you learn to do that, please let me know. I would be interested in giving it a shot. However,
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
the more important issue would be that if they're caught near dawn, not you, Dawn, out in the desert, they can simply sleep, whereas we could not.
It's a good plan.
All right.
Emil, sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
Remember, crap. Neither of us are going with them. Good luck, guys.
Mhm.
So what's the name of the one we're finding?
You're looking for
Unre.
Unre. The problem is
Unre.
you know that Unre is a very powerful elder who has secluded herself in a underground city that is of her personal control called Golgotha. She is a she's a Methuselah, so she's not even an elder.
So remember, guys, be polite.
Don't die.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
She's also a master of necromancy, so probably a, horrible things awaiting you down in her underground lair, if you should pierce it. Golgotha is where she lives and is known for, as I said, the bones that is there. Uh-huh. It's a festoon of corpses and basically zombie creatures that she's created in various states of decomposition. She's known for her grim rituals, vivisections, experiments. There. I gotta take a drink of water. The place is littered with skulls, teeth, and less wholesome remains of those who stood against her. There you go. At least according to rumors.
Okay. So if we go against her, sit. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Or just, run away completely.
Or hide in the ground. She might not be able to get you as easily there.
True.
Though
Or
she
live
can
in
probably
the
send
ground.
zombies to dig you up. So,
No, we're just dirt. We just turn into hard rock. They can't do
I think we
nothing
could
to us.
Kind of. I think you can still be hurt if they dig you up.
yeah.
Maybe.
Especially in the daytime, which zombies might actually be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
attempts at violence return you to your natural form. So, attempts at violence, yeah. So someone trying to like dig you out and like break you would cause you to return to normal.
Yep. So.
Also, if you happen to hear anything about the Black Heart, we're also sort of looking for that as well.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. I can't read this. Alright. Thank you, copy of book. You're just impossible to read. Kid. What the fuck is a kid? Anyway, so who wants to go first? I'll let you guys choose.
You takers?
I'm not a decision maker.
I'm just trying to read a word in one of these books, like an actual PDF of a book, and it's it's in italics, and the copy isn't a great PDF copy of it, and so it's just impossible to read what the heck it is.
Did anybody get the not it signal?
Apparently, they did.
I've already
All right.
declared I'm not a decision maker, so that's my not.
I mean, I guess we can go. We can go.
Okay. All right. So you have 3 possible locations. One of them is said to be a ancient elephant graveyard. One that hasn't been used in probably thousands of years, since that area of the desert was much more lush. So that's the first of the locations. That's in southern Egypt. There's a fossil bed site of a lot of bones in northern Egypt. And kind of towards the center, there's an area known as effectively within the Sahara. It's got a nickname like a Valley of the Dead. It's a place in amongst the sands and rock where it is known to be a graveyard of many a creature.
And none of these, to clarify, are the ones where our Lazarus was, right?
No. Because Lazarus was in a kind of underground city under the one, like, pyramid thing. It's not a pyramid, but I can't remember what it's called. It's the square one, in sort of along the Nile, but to the south of Egypt. Because I think it's technically another culture that also made pyramid-y stuff. Anyway.
Sure.
I devise a path will take us through all three the fastest.
Alright, well, probably from Cairo, you probably want to head to the northern site first, which was the fossil beds. You could probably get there tonight very easily, honestly speaking.
Which was the what?
The area where there's like a lot of fossils being found. It's probably
Okay.
the least shifting sands of the Sahara. It's a lot more like rocky terrain, probably like kind of hills and stuff in that area. It's still outside because there's a lot of like open areas of the desert, but it looks like this is the least exposed to the actual like sands and winds of the Sahara. It gets a little bit of the ocean breeze coming in. What do you want to do when you arrive there? That's a good question I have for you. Like, this is
Well,
definitely...
what does it look like? Is it kind of like a place that's kind of barred from people because they're digging up fossils, or are there more civilian type people wandering around? Are there...
I don't know if it would be necessarily shut off, because they do find like fossils and stuff in Egypt in various areas, but the problem is like in more like the grounds and stuff, and there are like ancient whales and dinosaur bones that can be found in the area in certain places. I don't know if it would be cut off. It might just be an area that's considered like parkland, like in the U.S., like the Badlands, like areas and stuff like that, where they sometimes find a lot of fossils, tends to be like it's a park, either national or state park, and then just scientists do stuff in there. I feel like it's the massive open desert terrain where no one lives and everybody dies horribly from lack of water, and no one decided to live because it was a terrible idea. And there's also bones there, under the ground. There's probably some sciencey areas set up, but the overall area is probably not shut down. It's probably there's a couple of active dig sites within the territory, but it also probably stretches over like a few miles for this one. All of them tend to be areas. So, there probably is a few dig sites which are not active right now, of course, because it's the middle of the night. Other than that, there's like a lot of rock. There is some like sandy desert areas, but you're kind of like in the rocky, hilly terrains where a lot of fossils are being dug out of, you know. There probably are some fossils visible, but I'm going to be honest with you. If you're thinking a place where the bones will show you the way, there's not enough bones here. When you get a sight of it, you're fairly certain this is probably not it.
Okay.
You know, it's you take a look, okay, you know, you kind of survey it, remember what you heard about this place, you know, nah, probably not this one. Like, there are bones here, it's just that
Wrong
not-
bones.
they're not, most of them aren't exposed yet. They got to be dug out or wait until the nature gets them back.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Next one.
Next one. So you'll head south. Now I need an Egyptian map to see how big Egypt is, because, you know, I gotta be honest. I am not 100% sure how big Egypt is to, like, know on this map how far distances have gone. Okay, that's 100
You know what I really
miles.
wish is that there was a like a draw tool in Google Maps that you could like drag a line to see how far distance is between things.
What kind of vehicle did you get for this? Because you're gonna have to cross some desert, and I guess you need some kind of jeep or something. I'm assuming that you're taking with you, with a lot of gas, just in case.
I guess we could rent a jeep.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what other vehicles would you think would be very good for crossing massive amounts of open stretch of desert, and, you know, you wouldn't have to worry about running out of gas?
Turning into bats.
Camels.
I was about to say camels.
Camels would
yeah.
be incredibly slow, but possible. Because it is 100 miles from Cairo to the first site that you were going to, and about
Horses.
100 miles to the next place.
Couldn't you
Horses
guys
that are accustomed to the... Wait, can we?
What?
I think I haven't looked too much into mine, but I know I can turn into a bear, and a wolf.
Okay. So the wolf
Wolf
could...
might work.
Wolf might work.
Yeah?
Well, how fast does a wolf run?
I
How
don't know.
I think they have. I think they're
Fast.
double the.
Probably
Wolf.
faster than a camel.
run? Yes. Okay. 31 to 37
well, the problem
miles
is
per hour.
wolves. Yeah. Well, the problem is wolves are sprinters, not very good at endurance running.
You don't have endurance. Even as a
Yeah.
wolf, you're undead.
We're undead, that's true.
Oh,
our
that's a good
lungs
point.
don't work.
Yeah. This is a question that I want to Google now. Does a shape-changed vampire in Vampire the Masquerade get tired? Okay, let's see here.
So from what I'm seeing, either you go for a jeep or a dune buggy-like vehicle if you want to actually drive in the desert. I assume for longer term road trips, you'd probably go jeep.
Huh. So what I think it is that, like, it's less that, like, you necessarily get tired because of, like, your lungs getting worn out and stuff, is that, like, you still can overwork your bodies, that you have a level of stamina. You probably can last a lot longer than a mortal, but you could basically run yourself ragged, basically, I think is what it would be. That you would need to, like, kind of allow yourself to recover. It's not like catching your breath, it's more that, like, you know, because you do have a stamina still, you just don't breathe. So I think it's sort of, you're better than a mortal, but not quite, you know, you couldn't run forever. You rather than you getting, like, out of breath, your physical body would be like, okay, my body feels like it's getting sluggish and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, you could wolf it for a while, but you would eventually, like, tire out. You could take a jeep, which would probably be the quickest and easiest, but you'd have to leave your jeep wherever it is during the day if you needed to rest during the day. But yeah, so it's about 100 miles to the first location. About, I'd say, like 150 to the second, and another 150 to the last one. So you probably can't make this all in one day anyway, if you're going to go out to all three. And assuming decent travel to the first one, you can probably get there in like 3 hours. Where I'm going to assume after everything was said and done, do you want to like leave first thing in the evening, or do you want to leave as soon as possible?
To go 100 miles?
They have to go if they're taking the highways, which and then crossing the desert. Because I'm assuming crossing the desert, you're a sandy desert. You're not going to be able to go full speed in a car.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying like you could take a lot of the highways there. And then when you're going into the desert region where you're crossing through a lot of sand and probably like twisting through maybe dry areas, I'm assuming that's why it takes about 3 hours. Because they're not going straight there anyway, too. Getting to the second site, I'd say it would probably take, I'd say 4 or 5 hours, depending on if you wanted to. It's probably easier to go back to the highways and take the highways as close as possible and then cross into the desert. Because there are a couple of highways that do cross through chunks of Egypt, fortunately.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Also, yes, there are.
Like Route 40. And I have no idea what route number this is supposed to be. It might also be 40. But it heads through, like, Farafa, which is a small city. Oh, it's next to a lake, and that's why it's all nice and green in that area. Good old Farafa. But probably what you're going to do is, we'll say from the area you were in is probably sort of the center in south of Route 40, like directly west of Cairo, kind of south of Marsa Matru, and you want to go all the way to Abu Mingra on the long highway before going off into the kind of middle of the desert for like mid-western Egypt. And the other site is the southwestern corner, so it's even harder to get to. So that would probably take you maybe a day's journey from the other one. So you probably, regardless of whether you find something at site number 2, you're going to want to rest.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Now, again, if you left the same day you arrived, I'm going to say you're probably going to have to rest soon, because you're not going to make it all the way to the location you need to get to. If you wait,
I assume this will take us a couple days to travel all these places and figure out where we are.
Okay, then I will skip back to the other people for a minute.
Let's become sand goblins.
You will become sand goblins. I'm going to switch back to the other people for a little bit, for Leslie and Nathan and Scottish Dawn's adventures. Or is she bad British accent Dawn? I think Scottish Dawn is Wednesday, so it's bad British accent Ed. Alright, I'm going to go to the bar and try to find them women. There's women, folks.
Yes, you do that, Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back up.
Alright, you just stay in the car and I'll see what I can do.
I suppose if it's that sort of women's bar. Brian, what kind of women's bar is this?
It's kind of underground. I think it's, probably one that's all for more, I don't know how to say it properly. Women? Just women? It's an underground bar. When you got your ear to the street like I do, you learn about these things. It's probably highly illegal, given all the stigmatas within the Muslim government here and all. I'm not actually sure on that one. I never looked it up. Well, they're all secretive.
So they don't have any, shall we say, fancy boys there either?
Don't know. Never bothered to stop by. Only heard about it when I was asking around. There's this nice Nosferatu man that I ended up having some tea with a couple of times, even though he didn't actually drink tea and I was just drinking tea. He has all kinds of good information about the city.
Oh.
He also knows where to find a good body that's pretty fresh. Don't want to find many more bodies that are pretty fresh.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Also, next time your friend has to eat, please don't have me around the room when they eat.
Noted.
Is that what it's like when I eat garbage around people?
Not quite as bloody, but...
I mean, I only do it when I'm in a giant roach form, though. Because sometimes you just got
I
this
don't
urge.
believe I've ever seen you eat garbage.
Well, I guess if I do that more during the day. Because, I mean, sometimes you just gotta be a roach. And then when you're a roach, you get these urges.
Like scuttling under things?
Well, I can't really fit under things to scuttle under them. Though I did fit under a bed one time to scuttle under it. Though technically I was lifting up the bed.
Your life astounds me.
Yeah.
Regardless, we'll take those directions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could give us a way to reach this Nosferatu buddy of yours, we can take care of the next body that needs finding.
Yep. So you'll head to northern Cairo. So it's kind of like on the outskirts of the city along the Nile. And it'll be like at like this kind of like little warehouse area along the Nile. Probably it's technically right outside the city proper. When it gets a little less populated and a little out of the way. And you'll get directions to like this warehouse where people are kind of going in kind of shadily. You can tell just by some of your like your training, especially Leslie, that like there are people that are just kind of wandering in, kind of like checking what's going on, and then they'll kind of like enter into this like old warehouse. They'll kind of filter in very slowly, only occasionally at a time. You could easily point that out to Dawn, and let Dawn go in on her own. Activate Dawn Misadventures.
I suppose so. I believe that's the place there, Dawn. You see those people milling about, just looking around for a bit.
All right, let's see what I can do.
Have we looked into the abilities of the Lilin at all?
Don't
You have not. If they are descendants from Lamia, they are said. They were said to have a power. That has to do with the dead. Also, it's not. It's slightly different than necromancy, but has some similarities to it. Can you give me a what was it? Occult intelligence roll to see if you know more about it.
Sure. Instead, could I call Nasty Beef and see if he might be able to...
Who named this individual?
He named him Nasty Beef. He's not named Nasty
Sorry.
Beef.
It's Nashtina Beth.
You are unsure. You do not know about their ability.
It's that's 6 dice for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is
Nashtina Beth. Is the
Nasty
venture.
Nasty beef.
Nasty Beef, yes.
Nasty Beef.
Nasty Beef. You could indeed contact Nasty Beef, but you'd be unsure how much he would know about them either.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Because the fact is, you learned about them from someone else that's in a related kind of group to them. A similar
True.
descendancy. And also who knows about, like, their, like, more secrets, probably.
True, but he's also in charge of some amount of stuff in
That's
the
true.
city in which this group lives.
Okay.
So
Alright, if you want to contact him, when we can.
he might know something.
Okay.
I am going to contact him.
Hello.
Hello. This is Nathan again.
Nathan.
We are looking into the Lilin. And I was wondering if you knew much about them.
Unfortunately, I do not know if I could help you. All that is known about them is they are a secretive group that has appeared in the shadows of Cairo and may be dangerous. Warrior priestess who are said to do terrible rituals. There have been rumors about them that they are more than kindred, that they perhaps are spirits of the dead, risen to haunt the streets. The exact truth about them, I do not know.
So you say that there's more than meets the eye.
Perhaps.
Put the cube in my chest.
So they could be some other entity in disguise.
Perhaps. I do know that we are not the only city that is said to have them. There's the one here in Cairo, and Alexandria is said to have a circle of them. Or at least rumors of them are in there, too. What this exact means, I do not know. They are a secretive group.
All right. Thank you kindly.
There could be another that knows something about them. Previously, I believe you had asked information about Angelique to me, yes?
Yes.
I heard a rumor that Angelique may know what they are. I don't know how much is true. But you are not the only folks that have said to me visited Angelique's domain. Rumors spread. Rumors about you have already spread. Visiting Angelique and returning. Makes me wonder.
Well, there's no dearth of rumors about myself and my companions.
All right.
How are talks going with Helena, by the way?
Very well right now. Very well. It seems there's a lot of business going on right now. And your
Indeed.
erstwhile employer has been doing well for herself, positioning herself in New York as a center of current kindred powers. I'm curious as to how well it will develop.
As am I. Thank you for your help.
All right. So Leslie will come back to you and be like, I don't know what their powers do.
Yeah, that was a particularly bad roll.
You could try rolling yourself. It's up to you.
I can.
All right. You actually have heard some things about them. So, you know that it's a little bit more about spirit craft and like almost like curses that they can do. Like the most powerful of all the Lamian's powers, which you would assume would be the same for the Lilin in Demios, was the ability to summon like a curse upon the dead upon someone, with powerful spirits haunting someone and attacking the victim. So it's all about like kind of like spirits and curses. It's a very aggressive kind of form of it. Like mostly necromancy is kind of like normally talking with the dead, summoning the dead, possibly creating things like zombies. This is kind of using the dead.
Other non-aggressive things like that.
Yeah. Indirectly aggressive, I'll call it. This is more using spirits to haunt or plague someone.
get cursed.
Ugh. I'm sorry. Oh, this seems like a trouble. There you go. Sorry.
Jess, please come back.
Uh-huh.
Remember, we're only here to pass along a message.
All right. Are you doing anything in the meantime, or just waiting for Jess to come back? I mean, Dawn to come back.
Well, I don't trust my stealth skills anymore, so yeah, I'm not going in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust myself enough to pretend to be Dawn. I might be able to be reasonably invisible going in, but I imagine that would not bode well if I was noticed.
Probably not. Though the powers of the Lamia, you know, other than Demios, were Fortitude and Potence. So super strength, super fortitude. Yeah, that was their abilities.
Although that doesn't mean they don't have somebody with Auspex or something in there.
Yes.
True. Or some sort of ritual to detect things. Well, I suppose perhaps I could go up and just knock on the door.
Well, you have to remember, this club here is not just for supernaturals. It's probably for a lot of mortals, too. So you getting in the... Are you just going to knock, be invisible, and then try to sneak in is what your planning is, or... Oh, you also know that, like, that the Lamia themselves, knowing about them a little bit, the original Lamia bloodline theoretically was driven towards to extinction by the Camarilla in a blood hunt in the 1700s.
Okay.
So they're also not friendly with the Camarilla if these are descendants of them, basically last of survivors of them, because effectively, for whatever reason, it's hard to say the exact reasons. The Camarilla really didn't sided more with the Giovanni and not with them, and they were also persecuted along with the Cappadocians.
Well, maybe I don't say what I'm from at all and just say, I'm here with a message from Angelique.
Mm-hmm.
And just talk to the bouncer, who would presumably either just kick me out because they don't know anything, or know what that means and perhaps get me in.
Mm.
Like, they probably won't curse somebody for just walking up to the door, knocking, and trying to pass a message.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll let you stay out of trouble for now, Dawn.
Oh, that's alright then, okay.
Right.
Oh, cool. So, yep. You'll walk up to the door when there's seemingly no one around, knock, and like a little thing will open up and like look at you, and then it will close right away. Like a little like eye thing will like open up. You'll see some eyes looking at you, and it'll close up.
Okay.
What do you want to do now?
I'm gonna knock one more time, and then I'm gonna use presence.
Shh. Go away. Or no, it'll say something which you will not understand.
Yeah, well, I'm still gonna use presence to increase their curiosity.
What's the roll for that?
I don't know from the top of my head. Oh my god. Okay, you know what?
Just don't.
I'm
It's
not
worth
gonna
the time.
I tried looking up for a second, and I saw what it would be to say "go away" in Arabic, and I'm like, I will butcher this so badly. It will be so butchered. I'm just gonna say no on that one. I'm just gonna say no. Presents. I'm gonna look up presents. You're gonna look up which one? Entrancement?
No, awe.
Oh, awe. I'm sorry, awe. That's the first
Yes.
one. Charisma performance check.
Yes.
That's showing up okay. It's showing up okay on stream. Okay. God. Like German, Spanish, that's at least easy pretend. This is just like, I'm like, I will,
Okay, go ahead.
I will,
Something like that.
yeah, I will butcher this worse than I butcher most languages. Okay. Okay, the person will just kind of like, stand there then. We'll not close it, and we'll stop speaking.
Message. Angelique.
The person will say something else.
Anyone speaks English in there?
The eyes will disappear for a moment. Another set of eyes will show up. Oh, hey. I speak English.
Hello.
Hi.
I was sent here to contact a group.
Okay.
From Angelique.
Okay.
Can you convey that to the bouncer?
Sure. Are you American movie star?
Oh my god, what?
That sounded so bad. I'm trying to do an accent.
That's how. Please, Tantus, I beg you.
Are you an American? I thought I'll just not do accents then.
Just do a Marilyn Monroe.
Are you an American movie star? That's my Marilyn Monroe. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Which is also bad.
Yeah. Not exactly.
Okay.
We're a courier
I'll
at the
get.
moment.
I'll see if anybody knows anything. Wow.
Excellent.
You'll now see like a camera slip up through the window and snap a picture of you.
Would it be alright if I waited inside? I don't want to go, further into the club if I'm not wanted, but I feel a bit odd standing out here. Would that be alright?
You were left with the large woman, apparently, who doesn't speak English. The other one left to go find Angelique.
Wait,
you could try pantomiming like "let inside."
Let's see.
wait, not to wait. They're going to try and find Angelique.
Find someone that knows about Angelique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That right now. Let's just get rid of some of these ones quickly and efficiently. Clean up the tabs. Clean, clean, clean. Very nice. There'll be another click in like a flash as the bouncer who does not speak English will continue to will take another picture of you.
Hal yumkinuni al wukuf bile dakil min fidlik?
there'll be a response, and the door will kind of open a little bit.
Make you a meal.
You'll be allowed to basically stand inside the doorway, which then a number of you'll see that, like, there's definitely, like, what could best be described as... It's certainly an underground club, because probably there's, like, a changing room for women that when they arrive here, you know?
Hi.
Mm-hmm. Because it's fairly probably, you know, very... I'm going to leave a lot of that out there, but you'll hang
Very
around.
permissive.
It is not permissive to their culture at all, probably. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. I was saying it allows a variety of activities to occur that normally might not be.
Yes. Including getting changed out of certain outfits that some of them might have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, the large lady who looks a little, like, just is very large and probably a little too masculine, but is definitely a lady, will kind of just stare at you and just have a cell phone out and go click a couple of times. After a while, another Arabic woman will come back and be like, so, there were these women who knew Angelique, but there's some ones that knew another Angelique, and the ones that knew another Angelique who was American lady, tourist. Is it the tourist?
No, not that one.
Okay. Is it the businesswoman?
Could be.
Okay. Is it the friend?
Probably the friend. Is the
Okay.
friend an elder friend?
I don't know.
Ah, okay. Probably the friend.
So not the American that knows how to show a good time.
No, but I would like to get to know her. At some point in the future.
She'll giggle and be like, I don't think you're her type. Anyway.
Regardless. I may have a business opportunity for her.
So coming up from the, like, down where the club is, like, kind of, like, underground, you'll see this woman who's dressed in very scantily clad clothes that are like covered in like kind of strange jewelry and stuff. She has like a piercing in her nose, and she just kind of is like short hair. She looks very quintessentially not like she belongs in this country at all. And she'll kind of saunter over, kind of like look over you a little bit, kind of just not say anything and being like, what do you want?
Well, as she approaches, I will bow.
Mm-hmm.
I bear a message for a... what's the word? A very exclusive group from a woman named Angelique, somewhat to the south.
They're just basically this like very deadpan look and be like, and you were required to send such a message?
I think that I'm the best person to get it across, as we've been sent to many places, and sometimes the message has been passed less than effectively.
Ah. So, you are errand boy.
At the moment, very much so.
What is your message, errand boy?
Well, sadly, I require some sort of guarantee that the person or people to whom I'm speaking are in fact of the group that I am in search of. Is there somewhere private that we could go?
This is private enough. The herd will not say anything.
Ah, excellent. Well, then is it safe to assume that you are in fact Lilin? Because the message I bear is for the Lilin.
You speak to one who would be able to give that response. Now give your message, for my patience is lost.
Sadly, your word is insufficient as a guarantee, based on my instructions.
Let me put it this way. Your task here is a sham, a joke, an errand that you've been sent on along with many, I'm assuming, because most likely you wanted something from Angelique. Yes? She did not need you to send us to you to us, for we already know of her. We are her eyes and ears outside of Sakara.
Ah. Excellent. I believe that is sufficient.
Yes.
Do you also know of her progenitor?
He did well to protect us when we fled here.
Then you know he is again awake.
We heard the rumor. Not confirmed by our protector, but we heard of it.
It appears that he is looking for a family reunion and would like a representative of your number to join.
Then let him know that Lilith will attend. I will also call upon Seneca. The two of us will represent our group.
Excellent. Lilith and Seneca, you said?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you kindly. I apologize for my intrusion into your space. And if you require nothing further of me, I will be on my way.
She'll allow you to leave.
Excellent. I'll leave. Well, Leslie, that was
Surprisingly,
disturbingly uncomplicated.
that's maybe the more apt description.
I didn't get to do anything.
I'm not about to look this gift horse.
Are you sure I couldn't go down and join that cult?
No. No, most certainly not.
No,
What is
I'm
going
not
on?
sure
You know,
about that.
you're right. I
No?
should probably just keep myself a fight, am I? Or Cromwell's, wife.
Mhm.
I just don't know who to hang out with.
Speaking of who to hang out with, I believe we should all have a nice
Yes, break.
dinner.
I was gonna say break because it's been an hour, and we can have our break here. Yeah, we'll have a break here, and we might not have a second break just because we did start about a half an hour late and with all the technical issues that I was encountering. So we'll see how it goes. I might just call the one break here. I know! And theoretically, it's been working now. I haven't checked Twitch to see if things were burning down in the meantime. I'm hoping they haven't.
They don't seem to be.
It doesn't look like it has. That's good. Not on fire. Probably. Anyway, so if you need a drink, snack, bathroom break, go ahead and do them, and we'll be back in a little bit as we return back to Emil and Samuel's amazing desert-based adventures. Fantastic journey. I don't know, one of those. Anyway, see you in a second, folks. And go back. Hi, we're back. All right. So we now switch back from Nathan and Leslie, who have accomplished their mission, avoiding the use of NPC Jess. Oh, I really wanted to go in there. Maybe next time I'll go on the adventures. God, my British accent. I'm sorry, everyone who's British. So bad. It's so, like, terrible Monty Python. Oh. We switch back, though, to Emil and Samuel on their amazing desert-based adventures. Alright, so having rested up through a night, or through a day, I should say, parking your Jeep somewhere and then digging yourselves down into the dirt, so just there was a mysterious Jeep parked somewhere, probably out of sight, out of mind of most people, so it wouldn't be, like, taken away or something. Not that it's easy to hide in the desert, but probably you could have found a place to keep it squirreled away for during the day, while you both were dug down into deep dirt and sand. Afterwards, you'll resume.
Just park it on top of us.
Yeah. You'll like crawl out and be like, "Funk! Ah, god damn it! Oh, that's right. We parked on top of us. I'd remember that. Just let me just crawl out from under. Just swim your way out from under.
Crawl through the car.
All right, I'm in the car. Now we have a hole in the bottom. What are we gonna do about that? It'll be fine.
It'll buff out.
It'll buff out. Hole in the bottom.
That's what insurance is for, right?
Yeah.
Random bottom, like the bottom, like just pierces up as something like bursts through it. Yeah. All right. So you'll travel again into the area, which will take, as I said, you may have gotten part of the way there from the fossil yard, so it'll take you still a few more hours at very least to arrive at the area, kind of dubbed the Valley of Death.
We're not in California.
I know. That's Death Valley. This is the Valley of Death. It's different. It's probably... I could attempt to butcher a title in Arabic of the Valley of Death, and that is what I will do.
Oh, God.
Don't worry about it. Valley of Death. It's... Oh, that's pretty easy. Wadi al-Mawat. That was, in fact, Valley of Death was surprisingly easy to translate. Wow. Wadi al-Mawat. Wadi al-Mawat. The Valley of Death.
What? Wadi al-Mawat.
So
apparently the AW doesn't make a ah sound, it makes like a moti or something.
Doesn't matter,
Anyway.
moving on.
I like languages, they're interesting.
I know, I'm gonna hiss.
We're on a stream show.
I'm gonna hiss at it because it has been my bane language translation now. It was fun for a couple of times.
Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Not Leviosa, it's Leviosa.
Exactly.
Stop it, Ron. Stop.
Uh-huh.
But didn't that actually matter in the movie? Like, if you didn't say
Yes, it
right,
did.
would
Yes,
go
it
off,
did.
right? Yeah.
In this case, it would matter if you were attempting to speak to someone about it and find your way there, because they wouldn't understand a word you were saying. or they would send you to like the Valley of Sweet Lilies because it's like a similar word next door to it or something. I don't know. You know, it might be something like that. Where if you say it wrong, it'll be like, oh, you're going over there.
How many valleys of sweet lilies do you think are in Egypt?
Exactly one. That's why they would send us there.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
So, the unfortunate thing about the Valley of Death, the Wadi al Mawat, which I'm butchering it, I know, is that the information that Ryan gave you is more based on like vague information, and there isn't really like a place on the map where it's at. The area where the fossils were, you could find. There's like directions to the region that's in. This, you generally know the area, but you still would have to find it in the desert. What is your plan to do that? You have like a region of a few, of certain X number of miles. Probably, unfortunately, tens of square miles, maybe even like up to like 100 square miles of area where it could be in. This is a region that's a little bit more like hilly. It's got a lot of like the tracks of like sandy desert with these like rock hills kind of popping out here and there, creating like a kind of like these. It obscures and makes all these kind of valleys in between a lot of them that are probably filled with sand and material. That way it's not easy to necessarily find.
Are you saying there's huge tracts of land?
Huge tracts of land.
Absolutely massive.
Massive tracts of land. They are the largest of tracts of land. The hugiest.
Big land. Trying to shut us down.
Well,
Are there any cows in these huge tracts of land? Could you potentially?
Cows?
You know what? No, I'm cutting it there. If this were my stream, I'd do it, but nope, I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm. So.
Also, are there any mothers?
Anyway, yeah, what do you want to do to find this place? You have a region it's in. It's a large region, unfortunately. You could try asking directions. You could try one of your many techniques that you have to look for it.
Is there a tracking technique?
There might be, but, like, you can't really track something if you don't know where it's at, is the problem.
Well, I was just, thinking, like, locate object in, D&D, but...
Unfortunately, because it would be more like D&D, that even if you had a locate object type thing, the unfortunate thing, since you've never been there and never saw it yourself, you really couldn't locate it or track it.
You could maybe find some animals, though.
Yes, you could find some animals.
Animal interrogation time.
Okay.
Either that or bat and then fly up and look around from high.
Those are both fine ways. Which one do you want to do?
You want to do both?
Yeah,
Do
I'll
one, you do
fly,
the
you
other.
talk.
I'm a good talker. That's what I'm known for.
Okay.
And my good looks.
Then I would need...
Unless
The
it
only
feels
one
like a
worth the
surgeon's
talking
in the
than me is
Force.
Dawn.
Perception. I don't want perception alertness. I want something else from you, Emil, but I have to figure out what. It's definitely going to be perception. Let's say perception survival, I think we'll go for. I think that's the way I want to go about it. That's going to be your ability to kind of look around from above and identify what's going on and understand in amongst the desert what stands out.
Difficulty...
I'm going to say you don't really have a necessarily night vision. It's dark. It's going to take a while, so it's going to be like to kind of go over...
I could activate my night vision. I'll activate my night vision.
Okay.
Use your bad ears.
I'm going to say difficulty 8 still. And it's a visual-based thing if you have anything for reducing it. Stuff.
Wait, how can you see if you're a bat? This is ridiculous.
He's got
the other Protean power.
He activates vampire
Dark
powers.
vision.
Dark vision. While a bat. The bat's eyes glow red, so now it's a flying bat with red eyes.
Also, bats have perfectly fine vision.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were like blind or something.
No, they can see perfectly fine. They just don't have great night vision, hence why they use the echolocation at night, because that makes up for the fact that you know their vision.
They actually have good night vision. They just have very sensitive vision.
Yes.
So when it's bright, they can't see and they die. Go blind.
I think there's a couple of day-based bats though too, like some of the fruit bats and stuff.
Probably.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think the ones who rely on echolocation are more twilight-based bats, if I remember correctly, because actually that's the hardest time to see.
Yes.
Time of day to see.
The world of bats. Now you know. Anyway. Oh, whoops.
1 success.
I was not on that. So 1 success. Okay. Then I'll let you know stuff in a minute. Then I need some checks from Samuel in the meantime. I guess you're going to summon some animals. What are you going to summon here?
I guess like I
still got a 1.
I feel like snakes get around.
Snakes do get around. There's like is it sidewinders in this area? No, not sidewinders. Oh,
Asps.
There are asps probably. Snakes of
Probably
the
some rattlers.
Sahara
some
Desert.
rattle boys.
Big ass.
They are. Oh, the sidewinder is in the in the desert because it. Horned wild snake? No, that's not in this one. I said the Sahara Desert. It gave me that. That's not correct.
Also, cobras are in Egypt.
You lie to me.
Oh yeah, I could talk to some cobras. Let me speak to the king cobra.
I don't think that's in the area. The new
I don't think king cobras are.
desert
Egyptian
horned
cobras are.
vipers,
specifically
the
the
saw-scaled
king of these
vipers, the Nubian spitting cobra.
Yeah, I'll alert some cobras.
Okay.
Call to them.
So you got 1 success.
Oh, the
Cobra.
horned desert viper. That one's a nasty one, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Yes, my lord.
Wait, what am I specifically asking him? I'm like trying to find
Golgotha,
Golgotha.
which is an area, which is under like a area known as which we translate as the Valley of Death, where there's like an area like a boneyard. You're looking for a boneyard on the surface.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'll use. That's what I'll use to describe it, because he's probably gonna dump snake rune.
Yeah.
All right.
So like, a snake will kind of wander up like, sup.
Hey there, friend. I was wondering if you could point me in the direction of an area where there should be just a bunch of bones. Just lots of bones.
This has many bones.
Yeah, but like a place where they're very much together, like a boneyard of sorts.
I recall the days I saw something like that in my youth when I was but hatchling. An area filled with the rodents that feed upon the dead. Sits far from here.
Far from here. How far from here would you say?
It's been a lifetime since I was there.
Gosh.
But I travel amongst the sands, hunting that which would exist.
Okay. I feel like it's probably unlikely that you'd be able to point me in that direction then, huh?
Unfortunately, no.
Alright, fair enough. I don't know that there's anything else I can really ask you then. I appreciate your time.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a bust.
I mean, if you got more than one snake, I might have given you something, but you got a snake.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. It's very unlikely that one singular snake would just know
Yes.
exactly what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Samuel, unfortunately, came up a bust. But Emil, you'll kind of survey the area, and it'll take you a little while to do so. Because the fact is, like, as much as it's much quicker for Samuel to, like, call some snakes. They show up, chats with them, calls it a day. You've got to, like, fly above a large area and survey it for a while. Probably, like, in order to get, like, a decent area surveyed from pretty high up. So, I mean, you'll be flying around for, like, probably at least 3 or 4 hours trying to survey the area. Trying to see it in amongst the hills and stuff before you finally return back to Samuel, who's hanging out with the cobra. So, there was, like, this large rat, and I was like...
So did I find something or not?
Yes, you did. I was just talking
Okay.
as the snake that was hanging out with Samuel.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
Mm-hmm. They're chilling.
Man, you are great.
Are you coming home with another pet?
I might do it.
Cobra friend.
I think I found what we're looking for.
Oh yeah, awesome. Hey, Snake Man, you trying to check out this boneyard with us?
Sure.
All right, sick. All right, this guy's tagging along.
Sweet.
I suppose we will head to the bones then.
Okay. You'll get in the Jeep. You two and a cobra in between you. Like if anybody would look, there's just this cobra like up up on its thing with its hood out, you know, like behind you, you know, like just like looking back and forth, not biting
Man,
you
I'm just
two.
turning into like Dr. Dolittle.
It's like, why is there a cobra in between you? He's fine. Don't worry about it.
Why not? Snake-like adventure too.
Don't die.
Sorry. Lightning is very silly. I just noticed what he said in chat because I no longer have it up looking at snakes because it was over top of chat. Sorry. All right. Oh my God. Word.
What?
Thick asp. Word.
Oh,
How dare you?
That was Umber.
It's an
Oh,
Umber
it's
original.
Umber. I'm sorry. They're both blue. I forgot you're both blue name. Yeah, dark blue versus.
To be fair, I looked up. I did Google dummy thick snake, and I got a picture of Snake from Metal Gear.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Thank you for that. Anyway, you'll arrive at the boneyard. Congratulations. You found an area. So nestled in amongst these, a couple of hills is a kind of valley that spreads on for probably a few miles. And in amongst that area is just what looks to be old bones of various creatures. Camels, cows, you name it. Probably more, like maybe other various wildlife from the Egyptian area from various ages, all kind of bleaching in the sand. I'd have to look up mammals of Egypt to like give a better list of all the things that are there, which I don't know if they'll give me. Large mammals of Egypt. So yeah, so you found the area. What's the plan now? Because it's still a pretty decently sized area.
Well, I guess we'll look for signs of them leading somewhere.
Okay. So you'll sort of like head down into the area and kind of look around. Wow, the wild boar, the African wild ass. Right.
So that's how this is gonna go, huh?
It's an actual
Speaking of
thing.
ass, we need to eat, so
No, you two can get lunch.
Eat ass.
You two can get lunch. The two people in the wild could probably, like, you know, find rodents or something, or summon them.
or snakes.
Be like, hello there, how are you? Oh my god! Ah!
Are there any rats?
Probably.
Yeah.
I just like the idea that they show up. They're like, oh, hello there. How's it? Oh my god! Ah!
Steve, he ate Steve.
Stephen.
They're gerbils.
Seems to be.
There are
Seems to be more. Yeah, there also are a lot of mice, but it seems to be like gerbils and mice.
the
rather than
African
rats.
grass rat and the short-tailed bandicoot rat. Are in.
Oh, there are rats. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wait, a bandicoot is an actual thing?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
an actual animal, but like
You never heard of Crash Bandicoot? He's a
Shut the
bandicoot.
fuck up.
a bandicoot is a real thing. Yes. But there's also the short-tailed bandicoot rat, which is yes, lives in the
That one
desert.
crashes into things, right?
Sure. Anyway, so yeah, you'll eat some rodents. You'll summon some things. They'll scream in terror as you devour them one at a time. Anyway.
This kind of came out of nowhere, but have we run into the man in white? I feel like we haven't. Like I just like came across that note again, and I forgot about him completely.
You ran into one in Hawaii, didn't you?
Baron.
Oh yeah.
Oh
The
yeah.
Baron
Yeah.
Samuel. Whether or not
We
he was
also met
the...
somebody LeBlanc.
Indeed.
Oh, hey.
We've met two
Yeah.
individuals that may have been the man in white.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, because you didn't get close to them for reasons stay
Yeah.
stay away from the fucking man in white.
I opt against it. Suddenly,
This is
a
when
man
Tantus
in
fills the
white
rest of-
drives up next to you.
This is when Tantus fills the rest of the campaign with nothing but men in white.
Oh no. I just become more and more paranoid as the campaign ends.
There are
You
probably
just play a massive game of Russian roulette.
This is in a white suit.
there's probably also like hyena bones and like fox bones, wolf bones.
Can't forget about the ibis, the seagull of Egypt.
Yes, so there's a lot of different bones in this area. It seems as though like this is like some kind of strange boneyard, and
Wait,
the
where's
combination.
Ibis. I
Yes.
got that right.
No, not the
I was thinking
foxes.
of Ibex as well, which is also in Egypt.
Yeah, but the odd thing about this is the collection of bones seems to be of a lot of animals that you don't think would have died together, and the valley is just kind of littered amongst them. They aren't like in lore, like it's not like it's all like piled together, but you can see that like throughout this entire area, spread out just bones. It is like you've narrowed it down now from large area to much smaller area, but you still have this kind of valley area to explore. How are you going to go about finding your way here? Because there's an entrance here.
I mean, we got time. We can search, I guess.
Okay, so you're just going to kind of look around and see what you can find?
I mean, yeah. If we need to, we could grid search.
Alright, I will need from you folks, and that'll pop the change of difference in the stream, just because I can't do it that way. Perception investigation.
Perception, investigation. I'm not sure I'm good at this. Difficulty what?
For this, I would say... I'm going to say difficulty 9. This thing is very well hidden.
Oh my gosh!
Alright.
Also, I'm better at that than I thought. What's my investigation? Oh, I have an investigation of 2. I thought I had an investigation of like 1 or 0.
Alright. So, as Samuel continues to hang out with Cobra, he was probably commander, just saying. I'll make that joke there. Emil kind of heads down into the valley and kind of searches around. And it doesn't take you long to kind of find an area of bones that are like different. You'll notice that they're kind of in an area that are like it's rather than stick like there's like sand and dirt all around. So some of the bones are sticking out of the sand. Some of them are kind of lying in dirt or half buried in the dirt as like time and like probably the occasional rains has caused them to sink into the mud. There's an area that kind of is to the side where you can see that there's like almost the bones are piled up a little more. And what you can tell is there seems to be some kind of hidden entrance. It seems to be like maybe like a door of ribs.
This looks promising.
You found the door.
Hey
It's closed.
Samuel, I think I found a door. And I think it's our door. Or the door we need. It's made of bones.
So yeah, I was talking to. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be right there. All right. I'll talk to you in a minute.
You need me to stay here or come with you?
Stay here. Just keep an eye out for us.
Should I guard this large metal creature that you've been taking over?
Yeah, make sure nobody takes it.
I'll bite them and poison them.
Thank you.
Excellent. There's now Cobra behind the driver's seat. Just sitting there like watching you through the windshield.
What a thrill.
I love this.
With darkness and silence through the night.
Man poking his head around. Alright, I am at the door. I approach the door with you.
Alright, yeah. It seems as though there's like this kind of web of ribs that kind of form some kind of door interlaced with each other. You don't see naturally a way to open them though, just by looking at them. You could try to break through it, but it definitely.
Last time we broke into someone's home, they got mad.
Yeah, that's how you get like cursed or something. I'm not into that.
Mhm.
There's got to be some kind of magic locking this, I imagine. Actually, I have a little bit of occult knowledge, I believe. Could I like try to suss this out?
Sure.
Let me see.
What do you call occult intelligence? Just say difficulty 6. See how well you do.
Gotcha.
Well, sanity.
I think I.
I might as well roll this as well. Even though Samuel is way better at this than I am.
My third eye is opening as I look at this door.
Yeah. So both of you kind of take a look over it, and Samuel, you'll kind of like look around, investigate. You're like, is there some kind of supernatural trigger to this? And you realize that you don't think this is necessarily like supernatural in the normal sort of a way. Like, you think what it is if there is like if there's like an animated to it, either you need some kind of password or some kind of, like some kind of interaction with it, if it has a supernatural nature to it.
Okay. So I know, like out of character, I know that the other guys use the password to do stuff. Are we aware of any password on our end? Like, no, right?
No, you haven't heard of any password.
Okay.
So, the chances of it being a password, not impossible. But that seems slim. Like, it seems unusual because there's not a lot of traffic out in this area anyway. Like, this was pretty well hidden, this kind of entryway. It did take a little bit of looking around to kind of find it, and it's kind of like hidden kind of behind some piles of bones where you kind of like have to go in between some stuff, kind of crawl into an area. Like there's like an big old skeleton, that, is blocking part of the way. And then you can get to this.
Gotcha. What was that, sir?
It could be that like you have to like maybe like knock or tap on a number of the ribs specifically to open it up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay like a lot of this information to Emil. Just say like, it's essentially either there's some sort of trigger that needs to open this somewhere. it's definitely bound by some kind of spell, some kind of supernatural spell, or a password, potentially, but most likely some form of physical trigger.
He could call out and see if someone answers.
That could also do something. Maybe they're home. Maybe they'll give us the password. Hello.
Unre, are you in there? We have a message.
It's Pizza Hut.
No responses so far.
Did you order one sausage extra thick?
Oh, is Tantus frozen?
Am I frozen?
Oh no, no, you were just staring intently, and I
No,
thought
sorry.
you were. You're good,
Oh my
you're
gosh, yeah, I'm looking back on the stream. He was super still.
Okay. Yeah. So like, there could be also like I'll say like it's probably like an ancient, elephant bones that this was under, because the last elephants in this region went extinct like 2,000 years ago. So that's why like the elephant graveyard is an ancient one that you would have looked at too. Because the North African elephant apparently went extinct in Roman times. So. Yep.
Them Romans.
Yep.
Eaten by a bunch of barbarians.
I mean, apparently that was supposedly a species that the Carthaginians used to go and sack Rome. So, you know.
Makes sense.
So, anyway.
The Romans were like, fuck that. Never again.
And then just,
The fuck is that thing? Why is it as tall as a house?
murder it! Murder them all! They might have also just been taxed already by, like, you know, the fact that the desert was becoming more deserty and less, you know, grasslandy. Good old
And,
Sahara.
you know, folk medicine.
I mean, it's probably existed 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
I do enjoy my deserty deserts. Much better than, you know, those tropical deserts. Ugh.
Folk medicine is why pangolins are going extinct. And tigers.
Yeah.
And well.
And they could just be using Viagra.
So,
Right. Anyway.
yeah. You think there's probably some combination of touching ribs to get in.
So you got a hug.
I was trying to think of a joke related to that too.
Yeah, can I chest bump it?
Bruh, check out these bones. Like,
Check out these bones, bro. Bruh. If you wanted to, I would allow one of you to roll a wits investigation or wits. It wasn't security anymore. I forget what it was that was changed to. Frick. Was it security?
It was changed to, so there's
Larceny.
technology, larceny.
Okay, wits investigation or wits larceny I would allow you to roll. To basically like try to like investigate these and see maybe if certain ones give to them, kind of things like that. At least to see like if it's just press any of them or certain ones that seem like they can press,
I don't
things
see
like that.
larceny on here.
It's
It would
because-
be your security.
Oh,
It'd be
okay,
security
fair.
because they changed the sheet because I don't have a V20 sheet here. The V20 sheet isn't as good as this one, and that's why I took this one. And I forgot that they don't have the same.
Security was changed to
okay.
larceny. Larceny used to be shoved under stealth, but they kind of took security and then they took away linguistics, made technology. They put what security used to be under technology, and then they separated larceny type and like.
There also
dexterous
isn't a
hand
dodge
movements
skill
out of-
anymore. It's all under athletics. Yeah.
Yes. And instead they have awareness, which is like alertness, but for supernatural stuff.
Yep. Just to confuse everybody on that one.
Yep. I mean, I have 1 point of larceny.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I could roll.
Again, I said you could also. It's wits investigation or wits larceny. Your choice. Which one you
I
want.
have 1 point in investigation, 3 point in wits. That's
I'm
where
gonna say for the investigation and the larceny, either one is gonna be difficulty 9 right now. Just to like take a look over them, investigate it, kind of like tap it around, try to figure out what's going on as best you can.
What are your wits like, Emil?
2.
Okay, so I might be the better option here. I
Yeah,
can
if
do-
only
I
one of
can
us is
do
allowed to
wits
roll,
and
you have 4 dice, I have 3.
Both of you could take turns looking it over and seeing what you could see. I'm gonna say. Like,
Okay.
If one of you
I'll
doesn't
do
notice
wits
anything.
investigation first.
Okay.
I'll do... Actually, wait. I'll do wits investigation as well, because that's a better roll for me.
Okay. Like, yeah, Samuel takes some time looking over. You can't really tell anything about it. It just doesn't
appears
stand
This
out.
is an elephant bone.
Same for you, Emil.
Same.
You can't figure out what's going on with this. It's complex. If there's something on here, you don't understand it.
I take some bones off the ground and play do 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 do. Just kidding. Like a xylophone. Wait, so they're bones. How tightly are they fit together?
They're fairly tight.
So it can't turn into a
Yeah.
rat or
You couldn't
bat
squeeze in
to
there
get
as
through.
like maybe like a very tiny insect might be able to squeeze through, but none of the mammals or something like you could change into. And I don't think you can do tiny insects or anything.
No.
That's too small.
Bat and rat are about the
I could
smallest you can do.
speak to a roach and tell him to do it.
You know, at this point, it's where I could wish I had mist form.
Mist form. Yeah. Is that also
Just have
protein?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the next level of protein. It's protein 5. I have 4.
Ah.
Alright, I pull
I
out my
decide to-
pistol and just start shooting. I don't like things I can't solve.
So, I mean, you'll see Samuel pull out his pistol. Are you going to do anything about it, Emil?
How about we
No,
break
no,
it
no, it's
less?
Uh-huh.
How we break it less
Loudly?
unfixably?
Fair.
So
I'm going to give a suggestion here.
So I didn't realize one of my specialties is analytical. Do you think that would carry any weight when I was doing the weights? Or the weights
The specialty,
investigation?
it could have, but the thing about that is you would have to have rolled a success for it to
Oh,
activate.
okay. It just gives you like a okay.
Yeah. It gives you bonuses, like, if you would roll a 10, you get to re-roll that 10 and take it. If it's like a 1, you ignore it, but if it's another success, you can possibly get more successes. That's what it allows you to do. You could...
what do I actually? Here's a question. What do I smell through the door?
It smells of death.
Okay, I think we're in the right place at least.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Like, like death and decay seems to be leaking out through this door.
I'm
Raw.
gonna try calling again.
Blood.
Unre, we have a message from... Oh gosh, what was it? Mahatma? Is that the one we... right?
Lazarus, technically.
Lazarus. We have a message for you from Lazarus.
No response.
Nope, you were right. It was Mahatma.
Mahatma was...
Sorry, okay, I was right then.
Specifically
Mahatma.
requested
Well,
Unre.
technically, Lazarus sent you, but Lazarus sent you to Mahatma, and Mahatma
Okay.
sent you to all the other places.
Well, since my original thought was Mahatma, I would have said
Yes.
that.
Okay. No response.
Ah!
Okay, now I will give a nice suggestion. You could always phone a friend. You do have a satellite phone, remember?
That's true.
If you wanted to see if one of your other PCs has a good suggestion of what you could do. They might be able to come up
Ba-ding,
with something.
ba-ding.
Yeah. Nathan, you're getting a call.
Ugh, right now? Just a minute, dear. Yes?
Hey, we think we found Unre, but there's a door that's magically locked. We could, in theory, break it down, but... Don't... Got it. Do you have any ideas?
Well, is there a handle on it?
No.
Okay, what kind of door is it?
It's made out of ribs. Elephant ribs, to be specific.
Oh, no, these aren't elephant ribs for the door. The elephant, like you're inside a set of elephant bones where this was hidden inside of. These
That
are made
makes
of what
sense.
appears to be
Those would be
human
huge.
ribs.
Oh, okay, sorry. Human ribs.
Did you try putting barbecue sauce on them?
We
That's not
didn't bring
animal
any?
size.
What else is in the area?
Bones. Lots of bones.
Really? Any unusual kinds of bones?
I look around for any human bones.
Ah, okay. You do find a couple of bones which could be human. The thing is, they're scattered. You don't find any like obviously human bones, like a skull or anything, but they're like an occasional rib on its own, which could be human. Would be like maybe arm or leg bones, things like that.
There's some human bones around here. Not much of those beyond here, so...
Okay. Why don't you try manipulating those? Yes, I'll be back in just a moment. Go ahead and play with each other.
Well, okay. Well, if you think of anything else, give us a call.
Have you tried tapping on them?
We think there is a way to tap on them in a correct order. That might be one of the ways to open it.
Have you tried do 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 do?
Under the sea.
No, under the sand.
Everything's better down where it's drier. Under the sand.
No, you can get higher down where it's drier.
No.
Haven't you tried salt?
Motherfucker, you come up with your own goddamn song next time.
Everything's better. Downwards, deader. Golgotha and me.
We'll try a couple extra things. Let us know if you think of something. We'll also call you if we don't. If something doesn't work.
Have you examined the door to see if there are any spots that are more worn than others? Perhaps because they've been tapped or touched more often?
You didn't notice any. You did.
Yeah, didn't notice any. We did look.
Well, then, at the very least, you know that you don't have to hit it very hard.
Okay.
Are there any cracks or,
Well, only big enough for mist to get through. Or bugs.
mist or bugs? It's unfortunate that, that's not an option for us.
If only we had time to spend our experience.
If only.
How big, actually? What about a snake? Would a snake be able to get through?
Would a snake be able to get through?
A small snake might be able to, like a very small species of them.
Maybe a baby snake.
Maybe a baby snake. Your snake certainly couldn't. That you currently have. It's like a decent size. Well, it's a decent size for its type of Egyptian cobras. You know, not the largest Egyptian cobra, but decent size.
Well,
That is one thing I did consider. Lightning's like, is the floor sand? I'm like, maybe we could try just digging under it.
In fact, it's kind of
Are there
dirt.
any
Are
Are there any like bone-sized holes in the walls?
No. It looks as though it transitions from
Dang.
dirt into rock, where these like ribs are coming out of. It's like kind of out of the granted, it's not like the hardest rock, you know, because it's kind of like sandstony kind of in the area, but it's more or less transitioning into like a rock.
Sandstone can be very tough if it's at bedrock. If it's a bedrock type sandstone.
Yeah, so it's like it's this this elephant skeleton was kind of like a little bit in sand, but mostly in this kind of like kind of dirt area where it's kind of sticking out of too, and it kind of like conceals an area under the sand, like, you know, that like is like dug out under the sand.
If I heard
Fireball.
correctly, and Samuel's talking about rocks, please tell him not to break any.
No, I'm just looking for the holes, the bone holes in the rocks, maybe.
Searching for holes is just fine. I'll be with you in a moment. I already know where your holes are. All right.
Okay, we'll call you if we need any more help.
If you can't make your way in, you can always come back, and we can all go there together if you're sure this is the right spot. We've
Pretty sure. It reeks of death.
Yeah.
That seems like a good hint. All right, I'm going to let you go because I'm hungry. Click.
Enjoy. I'm gonna mess around with some of the human bones, see if I can't find anything of significance, like maybe a rib bone that fits into a place near the others or something.
I mean, nothing seems to fit, and you will, if you like want to like dig around a little bit, you could probably find like a human skull eventually, but like, you know, so it's very obviously human then, but like you don't see any bones that necessarily fit in with that.
Can I find any other ribs and just like tap some ribs on the door?
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna tap some ribs on the door.
You'll like tap a bunch of the ribs onto the door, so you kind of like make a noise. Give me a perception, awareness. I'm gonna say so. Awareness, the supernatural sense.
Is awareness on here?
I don't think it actually is. It's like you have the ability to notice supernatural things. So maybe just roll perception.
Okay.
For once, I wanted awareness, not alertness. Okay.
Dang.
You tap for a while. You know, Emil, you can roll it too because you're nearby.
Yeah, he's like looking around, actually doing stuff. I'm
Awareness,
just
you said
tapping
perception?
bone.
Yes. If you have awareness, you can use it. I don't know if you do.
I do. Difficulty what? 6?
Just stick it with 6 for now.
2.
Okay. So Samuel's clinking around, and you do notice that in amongst his clinking, there are different tones, but there are some very obviously different tones.
Got it.
There's something
Does
unusual.
seem to be some sort of music.
Well, there seems to be something different about some of the bones.
Well, by music, I mean different, yeah. The tones are different, and it's like, seems to be we could form some sort of sounds with it.
Yeah, I'm not really very musically gifted. If you want to give it a shot.
I'm not either.
I mean, music is basically just math.
Oh, I am mathically gifted.
Oh, that's true. I mean, if you don't have to be good at it, it is just math. I'm gonna clink around to see if I find some that harmonate better with each other.
Okay. I will give you that you can identify about half a dozen of the ribs, which seem to be like different toned. than the rest. Harmonizing their ribs. They make a clinky noise when you hit them. They're not really musical.
Even percussion
Yeah.
has sound to it. But
Yeah. But, like, you know,
Yeah.
because you kind of noticed things before, you can kind of clink around and investigate, and you can see that there does seem to be about 6 of these that seem different than the others.
Now, perhaps we should just do what Nathan said and come back with everyone. We at least know the spot.
Yeah, and we know of the 6 bones.
Yes.
So, alright, let's go. Let's take
Okay.
King Cobra Kai back.
As you turn around, you startle a gerbil, which runs down a hole.
Oh.
Does the hole lead into the wall?
You have no idea.
Where does
Got
it look
it.
like it? Like, is it a part of the wall, or is it just
It's
the
like,
sand?
it looks like it's in the sand, so if it goes into
Okay.
the wall or something, you don't know. But the gerbil ran away.
Hey, Cobra Kai, I got a snack for you. I don't know what to call him.
Okay. So you're gonna go back and get everybody else?
We could call him King the Cobra.
Even though he's not a king cobra. But, you know.
I know. It's ironic.
Uh-huh. I mean, your cobra could probably eat the gerbil if you want.
Yeah, I
Or-
want him to. Mostly because I think there might be something in the hole. And then he can tell me if he sees anything.
Your cobra is probably slightly large for that hole, I'll say.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Because you have a decent-sized cobra, you know, he probably,
Yeah.
like, ambushes gerbils when they're out and about, you know. And, probably,
Fair
like,
enough.
eat
In that case, I'm not worried about it then.
Okay. Alright, then you can take the time, head back. You'll probably have to rest and come back the next evening and get back to everybody the next evening. So it'll be another day of travel, you know, kind of resting at some point, because you did spend a bunch of hours not only getting here, but surveying the place and finding this.
Yep.
And eventually, though, you will return back to Cairo and be able to meet up with everybody. Oh, how was your trip? Was it a forward one? Did you find what we were looking for?
Found, but not. We did not get to talk to Unre.
Oh, it's a shame. What'd you say?
We just called out at her door.
What, doesn't she have some kind of city down there? Why would she hear you at a door when it's like a giant city?
Well, maybe she had someone watching the door. Who knows?
That's true. Could have. Well,
I figure we could get some more information and go back.
Leslie, they're back.
Oh, wonderful. Did it go well?
I mean, as well as we can. We found the location at least.
Done?
Apparently, they also found the door.
Ah. Did you ring the doorbell?
There.
No, it's a bone
Well,
door.
we also we banged on it a little bit, but we didn't break it.
Good work.
Dang.
Very
Only
proud.
thing good enough to make a little tune. Little ditty.
Oh, and what did it sound like?
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Truly magnificent.
Apparently, that's not the right song.
No, I
Did you
guess
try
not.
the funeral dirge?
Oh, we can try that when we go back.
What about?
Indeed.
Oh.
They didn't really make moan tones. More like bone tones.
Moments.
More like doom, 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 doom.
The door just opened. I can feel it.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was the next one I was going to suggest. Perhaps she's relatively modern, or they are a relatively modern vampire, and they like Star Wars, because the Imperial March is excellent.
Definitely one of the better things of this period of time.
John Williams in general, honestly.
Well, hopefully we could
Regardless.
talk around and find someone who might know
Also
what kind of
stop.
magic is blocking the
Big
door,
fan.
or we could just go back and put our heads together.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you something that you'll realize just as soon as you say that. I'm just gonna give this to you because I gave it to you. You could have talked to the gerbil.
No,
The
he
gerbil-
ran away from it.
Yeah.
No, he could have asked if there was a
He
tune or
lives
something that they
next to
saw.
the door.
Probably could have seen something. That would have been smart.
I'm like, there's a gerbil there. You guys talk to animals all the time. You'll definitely ask him about the door. And you're like, Snake, can you eat this gerbil? I'm like,
No, my instant reaction was, all right, my snake can go in the hole and eat the gerbil.
yeah, no, you could have asked the gerbil how to get in.
I mean, I'll be honest. Okay. You know, we had our minds set in a location, and we were not thinking outside that box.
You there's a bunch of checks you could have made that you failed horribly to get in. So I gave you Deus Ex Gerbil. You'll find out about that.
Well,
anyway,
if he's still there when we come back, we
he
could ask.
might still be there. But anyway, I think I want to end it here before you guys head back as a group, because maybe we'll have a chance for Dawn to be here, and this will be a good chance for all of you to be together on adventures. And it'll be up to you whether you want to use Deus Ex Gerbil or figure something out on your own.
And at least this time, we'll be going back with our face, so I don't have to be the talker.
But I'm giving you Deus Ex Gerbil this time because I'm like, you guys, you managed to like get a lot of good hints and not figure it out still. So like, you did pretty good.
I still can't believe that Under the Sea didn't work.
I'm baffled.
Mm-hmm.
No, you should have played Duel of Fates.
There you go.
Clink, 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 clink,
Star
clink,
Trek
clink,
song.
clink, clink, clink.
Send.
Oh,
I want to play the.
I can play that on trumpet.
But then you have to fight a giant lizard monster, which technically I'll be playing a giant lizard monster in a Star Trek game, but that's besides the point. Cough, cough, cough. Anyway, but that's something to talk about.
I just think Duel of Fates would fit because, you know, sand is coarse and irritating.
I was going because you were doing the battle theme between Spock and Kirk. Who was that also used against the fight with the Gorn? It might have been, but I was thinking of playing.
It was used in a lot of fights.
Yes, but no, I'm going to be in a Star Trek game at some point soon, and I'm making a Gorn character. So I'm a giant lizard, and I'm either going to be the engineer or the doctor. I haven't decided. So I'll be like a giant lizard monster that's like the doctor. It's like, how you doing? Show me where. Okay. Which of your spleens is damaged? Or something like that.
What do
Anyway.
you mean you only have one? Who only has one?
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you humans only have one. Man, so inefficient.
Name yourself Dr. Zoidberg.
There was jokes about that when I was talking about that. There was a couple of good jokes there about that. Also, there was also comments about being Dr. Fox from Enterprise, because he also was just as bad with humans. He's like, I'm a genius doctor. Oh wait, you humans are kind of weird. Anyway. So yes, we'll leave it here. Hopefully we'll have a Jess back next week, who will be then bring us Dawn and Amazing Dawn Adventures. Who'll be very sad about missing out on, the bar scene that she couldn't do. But you're down to one. You got one person done, and you found where the other person was. So that was actually pretty accomplished for this week.
Wow, we did 2 things.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Progression.
Yeah. So hopefully next week you'll be able to get in contact with Unre and being like, hey, can you come to this meeting and please, and we're just going to visit your nice, pleasant, horrible city of the dead, necropolis here that you have under the sands, blah, 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 filled with zombies and other horrible monstrosities. Anyway, thank you, goodbye.
Yeah?
Yep. Let's go counterclockwise. Or do I want to go clockwise? Let's go clockwise today. You know what? Umber, where to find you, etc. Blah.
Hi. Here. Yeah. Hope
Okay.
you're having a good day, and hope things are going well. And
Oh, much shout out there. Don't.
Follow these guys.
Yeah,
because they do things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/dunktv and on YouTube. I think it's /dunktv, but my name on there is Dunk. So
Okay.
just look for my face.
Mm-hmm. Then you'll find
Or
it.
look in the description for the link.
I have to update the a couple of those links there. I keep forgetting to because I'm very bad at updating links. I am very bad. Worm.
Hi, I'm Diamond Worm. You can find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWorm or at DiamondWorm on Twitter. I will probably stream on Thursday on my channel.
Cool. And Carpe.
I am the Carpe DM, as you can see on the screen, right next to me, whichever direction it is. I attempted to stream on my channel last week, or week before, whatever week it was, and it didn't end up working out because my Twitch OBS thing was so badly out of date. But I'm looking forward to doing some more of that, perhaps playing some Magic with Tantus. In fact, I would like to stream a Magic game with Tantus with Umber giving color commentary.
That would be wonderful, actually.
That'd be interesting because I don't know Magic.
Exactly.
Oh, perfect.
And now he's putting down a red card. I don't know what that means, but it's red, and I do like the color red. And he's opposed by a green card. What's that gonna do? Who knows? Let's find out.
Hopefully they know.
Probably we would know.
God, I hope they know because they're the ones playing the game.
I mean, most of the cards are pretty good at describing what you're doing.
Tune in again next time for more exciting card putting down on table. Yeah.
As for myself, I will probably do some kind of streaming tomorrow at some point in time. I don't know the exact schedule. If you're looking for more, I've been doing a bunch of Stardew Valley. I've been doing some Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Those are the video games that I've been doing. A lot more Stardew than anything because I've just been enjoying Stardew. And I just got to the new island that was introduced in 1.5, and it's neat. It's very neat and great. For more role-playing stuff, Thursday's the next show, Children of Wrath at 8 p.m. EST. That's a D&D 5e game set in the Magic Gathering world of Dominaria. And then there's also going to be next week, hopefully back on Monday, for Records of Evil at 1 p.m. Hopefully that everybody will be back in order, that we don't have sicknesses, lost voices, and, you know, family emergencies, and we can finally get back to that. Hopefully this game next Tuesday at 2 p.m., where we can have more action in Egypt, and you can go into the City of the Dead, and, you know, meet a very powerful necromancer there, who may or may not be friendly. And I will be starting at some point in time a Pathfinder First Edition game. I just have to find a few more players for it, and then I'm trying to look into some new people, or like, not maybe new people, but, you know, I'm trying to expand my horizon on my normal group, so we're not just having everybody else the same, so that's why, you know, but I might have to default to cough cough asking some of these people for my other games again, just to, like, you know, fill in the blanks if I can't find something in the next little week or so. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a Pathfinder First Edition game. I don't know the exact time for it, but it will be coming out soon. So that's going to be my next new game right now. I'll be doing my version of the Skulls and Shackles Adventure Path, so it'll be pirates. That'll be fun. That's something I can definitely talk about. So, other than that, I think that's everything for today. I can't think of anything else, any other announcements or anything. Hopefully I can see people next time when I'm streaming stuff. Hopefully you join us all for any role-playing games and stuff, and join everybody on their channels for stuff, and then join us next week as we continue the adventures. And we don't have any technical difficulties next week, hopefully. We probably will, but we hope not. But regardless, thanks for joining us. See you later. Goodbye, farewell, farewell. Goodbye, everyone.